Hello friends, this is Viraj Rane from GS Core and today we'll be looking into 10 questions of Indian polity through which we'll be enhancing our understanding of current affairs. So let us look at the first question. What does the first question offer you? The first question is asking you to consider two statements. Which of the following statements, it says, are incorrect regarding the functioning of parliamentary committees? First statement in this question is according to the rule 267 concerning functioning of committees. We are looking into functioning of committees. The sitting of committees shall be held within the precincts of the Parliament House. All right. This particular statement is actually correct. All right. According to Rule 267, concerning the working of the parliamentary committees, it is required that the parliamentary committees meet within the parliament's building, within the parliament house or within the parliament's building. Okay, second statement, if it becomes necessary to change the place, all right, if it becomes necessary to change the place of sitting outside the parliament house, the matter shall be referred to the speaker whose decision shall be final. Yes, with respect to parliamentary privileges relating to the functioning of committees, and with respect to that when it comes to sitting arrangement, and if the sitting arrangement cannot be arranged in the parliament house, it is actually the speaker who can take a call on the members of the committee meeting outside the parliament house. So they are asking us to find out incorrect statement. Both statements though are correct. So what our answer will be? Our answer will be D. Neither one nor two. All right. Now moving on to the next question. Which of the following? Next question states, which of the following statements regarding the sixth schedule, the administrative features under the sixth schedule of the Constitution of India are correct? Directive word, please stay focused on directive words. Many a times what happens is students do not read incorrect properly, and what they do is they go to find correct statement and mark the answer accordingly. Don't commit that mistake. If you commit that mistake, even after knowing the answer, even after your hard work, what will happen is you will get penalized. First and foremost, you will not get those 2 marks. You will over and above that, you will be also penalized for 0.66 marks. All right. So chalo, let us look at these statements. The president is empowered to organize and reorganize autonomous district. Actually, it is not the president, it is the governor. It is the governor who is empowered to organize and reorganize the autonomous districts. All right. The first statement is obviously wrong. Second statement, all the members of the district councils are nominated by the president. No. All members are not nominated. All right. The district council consists of nominated and elected members. So obviously all members are not nominated. What normally happens is district councils are of 30 members. Out of these 30 members, 26 are elected. 26 members are elected, 4 members are nominated. And they are not nominated by the president. All right. They are actually nominated by the governor. Not president, but by the governor. Moving on. The district and regional councils are empowered to assess and collect land revenue and to impose certain specified taxes. Yes. All right. Yes. Money is required for this particular districts or district councils to commit their work, and this money, the source of this money has been decentralized by the Indian Constitution. So these councils do have some power to collect revenue and to impose taxes. One more thing, when you talk about sixth schedule, now remember there are only 4 states. Which are under the sixth schedule of the Indian Constitution. First is Assam, second is Meghalaya, all right, third is Tripura, and fourth is Mizoram. Remember the name of these four states. It is an easy question to be asked by UPSC. Alright, so about this particular question and the statements, the first statement we have seen it is incorrect. Second statement also we have seen it is incorrect. The third statement is the correct statement. Our answer will be A, only 3. Alright, now let us go to the next question. Okay, let us talk about the next question. Let us discuss about the next question. The question is, which of the following statements regarding constitutional provisions related to minority educational institutions are correct? So the focus is minority education institutions. Okay. First statement, Article 31, 30 clause 1 of the Indian Constitution recognizes the rights of religious, ethnic and linguistic minorities to establish and administer educational institutes. No, the word ethnic here is not right. Indian Constitution recognizes the rights of linguistic and religious minorities. All right, linguistics and religious minorities for the purpose of establishing and administering education institute. All right, moving on to the next question. Minority education institutes are considered for reservation under Article 15.5. Article 15.5, what does it give? What does it do? It provides reservations for the members of backward communities, SC, STs, and mostly SC, STs and OBCs. It provides reservations for the members of OBC communities, in the process of admission to education institute. All right, in the process of admission to education institutions. Minority communities, though, minority education institutions, though, are kept out of its purview. So reservation cannot be provided to the members of backward communities in minority education institutes as per the provisions of Article 15. All right. So what will be our answer? Both the statements are incorrect. All right, both statements are incorrect. So our answer will be D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer will be D, neither 1 nor 2. All right, moving on to the next question now. Okay, this question is pretty simple. President of India is elected by electoral college consisting of elected member of state legislative council? No. Both elected and nominated members of the parliament? No. Elected members of state legislative assembly? Yes. Elected members of legislative assemblies of Delhi and Pondicherry? Yes. So it is only 3 and 4 that take part in the elections of the President of India. Basically, who all are considered for the purpose of casting their vote in the presidential election, or what the term is. I may use that term, electoral college. So who all consist in this electoral college? First and foremost, elected members of parliament. Second is elected members of state legislative assemblies. And third is elected members of Delhi and Puducherry. So nominated members do not take part in this particular election. All right, so our answer will be 3 and 4, and answer is located in option B. All right, देखो, President of India is representative of whole India. He is the head of the Republic of India, and because he is head of the Republic of India, what do we see? In his election, both states and parliament have a role to perform. But in his impeachment, it is only the parliament. It is only the parliament which will play the role. It will be only the members of parliament who will play the role. And other thing with respect to his impeachment is, in his impeachment, nominated members, nominated members will also be voting. Okay. Let us move on now to the next question. Consider the following. Consider the following statements regarding delimitations. What is delimitation? Basically, delimitation basically is, dividing a state into constituencies for the purpose of election. All right, dividing the state into constituencies for the purpose of election. State या country also. ठीक है. What is done is, देखो, every state has a fixed quota of the seats. Every state has fixed quota of seats with respect to Lok Sabha and with respect to state legislative assembly. So what delimitation commission will do is, inside a state, for example, Maharashtra has 48 seats, 48 seats in Lok Sabha. So what delimitation commission will do is, it will arrange these 48 seats in such a way that population ratio of each of the constituencies remains almost same. Population ratio of each constituency or population of each constituency remains almost. So that is the work of delimitation commission. All right. So what is the first statement associated here? Delimitation commission is defined. Delimitation is defined as the act or process. It is act or process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country or a province having legislative body. All right. This is what we were speaking about a few minutes back. All right. Second statement. A key reason for this exercise is either bifurcation of state. All right. So they say this will happen if the state is bifurcated, obviously. I will give you an example for that. Or providing adequate assembly or parliamentary seats depending upon population growth. All right. So for example, few years back, a decade ago, Telangana was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. Telangana was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. So the state of Andhra Pradesh, was bifurcated into Telangana with Hyderabad as capital, and then we also had Andhra Pradesh. These were the two states established. These were the two states that came into existence. So now, how many seats in Lok Sabha will go to Telangana, and how many will go to Andhra Pradesh? That will be decided. That will be decided by delimitation commission. So delimitation commission normally comes into existence, or it is brought into existence normally at the time when the state is bifurcated, so that there is judicious distribution of seats between the states which have now been established. Second thing, देखो मैंने बोला, what I had said was, population is an important factor in considering the size of a constituency. So it is the work of delimitation commission to see to is that every constituency has almost similar number of people living in it. So if there is population group, or if there is change in the dynamics of population, then delimitation commission will come into action, and it will redistribute the constituency. So first and second statements are correct. Third statement, let us look into it. Delimitation is undertaken by a highly powerful committee. Yes, it is undertaken by a highly powerful commission, not committee, highly powerful commission, which comprises of Prime Minister of India and a Supreme Court judge. No, it does not comprise of Prime Minister of India. It comprises of Supreme Court judge and the Election Commission. So third statement is wrong. First two statements are right. So our answer will be A, 1 and 2. All right. Moving on. Delimitation commission. The question on delimitation commission may become the part of your examination. Why? Because the country is heading for a national election in 2024. So it has been seen normally that whenever national election is approaching or general election is approaching, delimitation commission, all right, questions about delimitation commissions are asked. Other thing about delimitation commission, recommendations of delimitation commission recommendations of Delimitation Commission, first and foremost, they cannot be challenged in the court of law. They cannot be challenged in the court of law. And second, the recommendation of Delimitation Commission are always agreed upon by the government. They are always agreed upon by Election Commission, which actually what it does is it exercises the or it conducts the exercise of election. So Delimitation Commission is a very powerful body in that sense. All right. Moving on to the next question. The recent death of a father-son duo in Tamil Nadu has brought into focus the issue of custodial violence. In this context, consider the following statement. The term custodial violence has not been defined by any law. This particular statement is correct. All right. Definition of some terms, it is very difficult. What is done is they are not perfectly defined, but then judiciary knows what it means. All right. And if the need be, judiciary will interpret that particular act and look into it and decide if it was judicial violence or custodial violence or not judicial violence but custodial violence. Same is the case with something called as hate speech. We do not have an exact definition for hate speech, but we know what it may mean or what it means. We have an idea of it, we do not exactly know what it is. So there are terms in law which cannot be defined precisely. So first statement is actually correct. We have to find the incorrect statement. The first statement is correct. All right. So if I have to look into the options now, so I know that option A has been eliminated, option D has been eliminated. So in this particular case, now what I will do is, I have two options. Either what I can do, I can move ahead and look into statement B and statement C, or else what I can do is I can take a guess. If I know that I will not be able to comprehend what is in section in statement 2 and statement 3, I will take a guess. All right, I will take a guess. I am not saying take a guess without reading it. Sorry if I meant that. I am not saying that. What I meant to say is, if I know for sure that one is not the correct, one is actually a correct statement, and they are in this particular question asking incorrect statements, so one is eliminated. The two options that can be my answer is B and C. Dekho, whenever you attempt a paper, an MCQ based paper, a UPSC paper, all right, UPSC Prelims paper, please know one thing. If in a particular question you have a doubt of more than 50%, then it is a risk worth taking. It's a risk worth taking. What may also happen is, when I see this particular question and the options associated with it, what I may find is, that one particular option, suppose option A, is 100% wrong, but I don't know about the other three options. I don't know about B, C, and D. That case, do not attempt that question at all. Do not touch it. Again, in this particular case, I for sure know that B and C are the answers. The answer will be either B or it will be C. अब यहाँ पे और एक trick I will like to share, and that trick is with respect to, suppose you 100% know that 3 is not correct. You 100% know, suppose you 100% know that 3 is not correct. All right, that means the only answer, because they are asking us for incorrect statement, the only statement that can be right is C. All right, because 3 is 100% not correct, and C is the only option where 3 is present and 1 is not. All right, 3 is present but 1 is not. So this is the way in which you can go. No problem. Let us now move on to statement 2. Protection from torture is a fundamental right under Article 21A of the Indian Constitution. Protection against torture, basically it is not a fundamental right, but what happened was under Article 21, Supreme Court Under Article 21, Supreme Court has considered it to be fundamental right. Alright, Supreme Court has considered it to be fundamental right in the case of DK Basu. So DK Basu versus the state of West Bengal. DK Basu versus the state of West Bengal, it was considered that uh, considered that under Article 21, person has the right of protection against torture. Alright. So second statement, as I told you, is not correct. India has signed neither India has neither signed or ratified UN Convention against torture. This particular statement is again not correct because India is signatory to it. All right, India is signatory to United Nations Convention Against Atrocities. India has signed this particular convention in the year 1997. Important fact. Remember. So now they are asking about incorrect statements. Now, so obviously C will be our correct option because it has 2 and 3, which both are incorrect. Moving on to the next question. Consider the following statements. National Medical Plans Board focuses on both in situ and ex situ conservation of local medical plans. What is in situ? In situ is, suppose the conservation is happening in the forest itself, national park, forest, wildlife sanctuary. So that is in situ. What is ex situ? Ex situ is when the conservation happens at some other place which is not a natural habitat. For example, zoo. For example, an aquarium. That is in situ and ex situ. Alright, that is in situ and ex situ. The first statement with respect to this particular answer is correct. National Medical Plans Board. What it does is it looks into the conservation of both in situ, and it looks into the conservation of medical plants both from the point of view of in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. This particular board, it was established in the year 2000, and it works under Ministry of Ayush. All right. Moving on to the next question now. अच्छा, basically ना National Medical Plans Board, what are its objective? तो objective अगर मैं बोलूँ तो first and foremost it is R&D, research and development, with respect to conservation of plants. It also looks into capacity building. That means the communities in India, various communities in India can look into conservation of medical plants or conservation of plants. So it will help them achieve that particular excellence or technical proficiency in conservation. And also it also looks into raising awareness with respect to conservation. Raising awareness. Okay. Next statement. So the first statement is correct. Next statement, National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources is nodal agency for management of plant genetic resources of all agri-horticultural crops. This statement is again correct. So National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources, it is a nodal agency, and what does it do is it collects, conserves, and manage plant genetic resources. It collects, conserves, and manages. All right, plant genetic resources with respect to all type of crops in India. Which statement here? What will be our answer here? Therefore, first statement is correct. Second is also correct. They are asking us to find the correct statement. The answer is C. Answer, of course, is C. All right. Moving on now. To question on Airport Authority of India. Which of the following statements regarding Airport Authority of India are correct? It is a statutory body. It is a statutory body. Yes, it is. Airport Authority of India is a statutory body. Statutory body का मतलब क्या है? Statutory body का मतलब है, statutory body means that this particular body has been established. This particular body has been established under a law. With respect to Airport Authority of India, it was established under National Airports Authority Act. National Airport Authority Act. All right. And this particular act was passed by the Parliament. Obviously, it was passed by the Parliament. It has powers to set traffics charged. It has power to set traffics tariffs. Sorry, not traffics. I'm so sorry. It has the power to set tariffs charged at airport. No, it does not have that. All right, it does not have that power. In fact, private companies right now are open to they are open to charge whatever tariffs they think is viable for the business. Of course, there is someone called as DGCA, that is Director General of Civil Aviation, who can look into this particular matter if the airport authority, the airport regulator or the airport manager of a specific airport demands more than what is reasonable and viable. The third statement, it also governs the safety aspects of civil aviation in India. With respect to the safety aspect of civil aviation, again it is DGCA. All right. So 2 and 3 statements are not correct. Only one statement is correct, and that statement is statement A. So that option is option A. So our answer will be A only. Hello. Now moving on to water dispute. Vansadhara water dispute. Vansadhara water dispute is between which of the following fairs? All right. Vansadhara water dispute is basically between Odisha and Karnataka. Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. I'm so sorry, not Karnataka. Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. Again. Moving on. Let us look at the question on right to information. Consider the following statements regarding Right to Information Act. Intelligence and security organizations are exempted. Intelligence and security organizations are exempted from providing information under the Act. Yes, they are exempted. They are exempted from providing information within the purviews of this particular Act. Next statement with respect to the question is, a body or institution set up by notification or order of the central or a state government does not classify as public authority under the Act. All right. If we look into this particular statement, what do you find? This statement is actually not correct. All right. Public authority is in a way every authority. Public authority is every authority which is created by central and state government, or which has been created by the notification of central and state government. So first statement is correct, second statement is not correct. Our answer is A, only one. Our answer will be A only. Moving on now. Okay. So friends, we are providing you with a QR code which you can use. And with the help of your smartphones, you can attempt the particular attempt this particular test on yourself. This QR code will help you. Thank you so much for being part of this particular discussion. I will take your leave now. I hope to see you soon. Bye.